Today, we are checking out the Mononeon signature whammy from Digitech. Good afternoon. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Miles. I do music stuff. And today we're talking about a pedal that I've been waiting a long time to get my hands on since they first announced it. It's the Digitech Whammy Mononeon edition. For those who don't know who Mononeon is, he is a very interesting and accomplished musician, a fellow lefty, but he plays a righty guitar and bass upside down.
The Lord is blessing me right now. Oh yes, right now. He woke me up this morning, started me on my way. The Lord is blessing me right now.
And yeah, he's known, I think a lot of people know him for doing these sort of covers of viral clips, but he'll like put music to them. Like whether it be Cardi B talking or some other random clip of someone just making a statement, he'll add a melodic line to what they're saying, as though their speech is melody.
That ain't all the time.
That's not all the time, but it's way more likely.
Have you ever actually tried to help the black struggle?
I've been at 3 protests.
Just 3.
I'm gonna go to the next one with you too, baby.
He's a bunny hopper.
Can't indulge.
Get pulled over and a black person's with me, we're getting searched. That ain't all the time.
That's not all the time, but it's way more likely.
Have you ever actually tried to help the black struggle?
I've been in 3 protests.
Just 3.
I'm gonna go to the next one with you too, baby.
He's a bunny hopper, can't indulge.
And most of the time it's pretty funny, but also it's pretty cool from a musical standpoint as well. But one of the things that he's known for doing is really bending the pitch of his bass and his guitar to get these unique tonalities and incorporating them into his compositions. And that sort of is the origin story of how this came about. Now, what makes this pedal interesting is that while it's at its roots a whammy pedal from Digitech, it has parameters that you otherwise wouldn't have access to on any of the other whammy models that Digitech offers. One of those new parameters in particular is one labeled hypersonic, which bends the pitch of whatever you have going through the pedal up 3 octaves. And honestly, when I first heard about this pedal, that was the one feature that was really being promoted as a new addition to the pedal itself. But it's more than just that one feature and a funky new paint job. Because in addition to getting the pedal, you're also getting rolls of tape to use as labels to put on the pedal itself, and obviously you can use this for other pedals as well. But it also comes with its own little marker, which is a nice little touch. A note from Editor Miles is that the power supply that's included in the box comes with every kind of adapter that you could possibly need, no matter what region of the world you're in. And it's all in that same black box that all the whammy power supplies come in. And I don't know who packaged it or how they packaged it, because like I took them out to find the one for an American plug, and then trying to get everything back in the box. Oh my Lord. It's no wonder that one of the tabs on the box was like, it looked like someone like crammed it shut. Because honestly, same. I felt the same fury. And yeah, like I said, aside from hypersonic, there's a lot more this pedal has to offer. So let's check it out. But before we go any further, if you haven't already and you like what I'm doing here, be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. It's free. And it helps the channel grow, gets these videos out to more people, and you'd be helping me out a whole bunch. And then from there, we have some different selections as far as what's on the right side, the whammy side of the menu. So, go up an octave. We already heard 2 octaves. But then you have going up a fifth. Fourth. A second. Down a second. Down a fourth. Down a fifth. And then down an octave. And then the dive bomb. A fan favorite. But now we get into the weird stuff. So, there's this new feature on here called Hypersonic, and it's going up 3 octaves. And with that, I think that the audience that they're gearing it towards is going to be bass players. Because I imagine with the higher registers of the guitar already being sort of like a middle area frequency-wise, it's not going to sound like much. But let's see. Cool. That's going from the 10th fret on A. But what about the 12th fret on G? Oh yes. How about 15th fret on high E? Oh yeah. Somebody's dog around this neighborhood's pissed right now. Perfect. Now, from what I've read, from what I understand, there were some tweaks done to the detune chorus effect that the traditional whammy has, and it's supposed to be a bit different on this model. So let's just see. So once you put the pedal down, it sounds good. Yeah, it's cool. I dig it. And it basically clears out when you press the pedal back towards the heel. So cool. And it's worth noting that this model also features the classic versus chords switch, which switches the function of this whammy pedal from functioning as a classic monophonic 80s whammy versus being able to play more than one note at the same time and not have it have that sort of digital clash that the old models used to have. But on to the harmony section. So in this case, we have a bunch of different interval relations between the heel and the toe, and it looks like in this case going up, it's going up a fourth, and then going up a fifth. I don't know if I'm looking at that right, but let's see. Okay, got it. So it's starting at a fourth, and then going up to a fifth. So I can see this being kind of cool for certain things. cool. Starting at a third, going up a fourth. So it's a major third going to a fourth. So it's almost pedal steel-like. Yeah, interesting. From, what, down a fifth? It sounds like it's going up, but it's got a down arrow next to it, unless I'm losing my mind. Okay, a sixth and a fifth. Sick. Fourth and fifth. So down a fourth, up a fifth. Interesting. It's these interesting pairings of intervals. And you wouldn't find these on the other Whammy models that are out there. So obviously it's unique. And then we start an octave up, going 2 octaves up. And it's the harmony, so it's different from the Whammy side. Yeah, that's pretty wild. This is going from down an octave to up an octave, which I believe on the original Whammy models would have been at the top of the harmony section. It starts down 2 octaves and then goes up to a down octave, a single one. Trippy. What's up, baby? Heading to bed? Ah, all clean. All right, sweetie. Get some sleep. Love you. But how does it sound with some bass? I'm running my bass through the same setup that I had for the guitar, so going through my amp, because it's going directly into my computer, and I don't have to worry about blowing up a speaker or anything like that. So it'll be fine. We're doing it Lemmy style. That's silly. Yeah, cool. So while this pedal is absolutely a unique variation on the pedal that we've come to know and love from Digitech, the new features that are included on this thing are certainly useful. It's not like just random changes that were made that you can't really use in a functional manner. While there are variations to it, at its root, it's still a whammy pedal. So if you're going to go out and play a gig with your Rage Against the Machine cover band, you're still going to nail the solo and Killing in the Name. You might run into an issue if you try to play through a song like Voice of the Voiceless, but that's okay. You'll be alright. So as far as variations are concerned here, I think they struck a good balance between holding on to the parameters that really are the essence of the whammy pedal, while still sprinkling in some unique and cool stuff that's totally usable. I've always been a particular fan of the harmony section on the whammy pedal because as someone who's a fan of pedal steel guitars, I like that you have the ability to harmonize these pitches and bend between them while still maintaining the sound of your guitar, your bass alongside that. And it's not the same thing, but it's very similar, and it's something that strikes inspiration for new and interesting sounds in your playing. At least it does for me. Like, it's similar to how I've been approaching utilizing the multi-voicer aspect of the Tim Henson plugin from Neural DSP, because you could come up with a melody line on the guitar, but then once you incorporate that, and if you start incorporating like your own made MIDI lines with it, you have a new perspective, or you have the potential to come to a new perspective on how you want everything to interact with each other. So yeah, it's like just enough out in left field for it to be its own standalone thing, while still holding on to the things that make a whammy a whammy. And I also like that this model still has the classic and chord switch. It's the one thing that I truly miss with the Whammy DT. If that was incorporated into that, that would be my perfect whammy pedal, because I use that all the time for gigging out and for doing live streams and not having to switch through 11 different guitars, even though I still do. But yeah, I was really happy to see that the switch was still on this model of the Whammy. Overall, I think that it's doing what a signature piece of gear should be doing, where it's showcasing unique attributes that are associated with the artist themselves, while still maintaining the functionality of the original product. And yeah, if you have this on your board and you go to a gig, it's going to stand out for sure. And with that, friends, that's all I got for you for today. Thank you for your time. I hope you found this video to be interesting and informative. Shout out to Digitech and Mononeon for coming together to make a cool piece of gear. And again, if you like what I'm doing here, you like this video, and you haven't already, be sure to hit like and subscribe, because it's free. And if you like what I'm doing here and you want to support further than just liking and subscribing, I'll leave a link down below in the description for my Patreon page, where you can see what perks are attached to your support over there. Big shout out to my patrons for helping make these videos possible. I truly appreciate you guys, and if you're considering joining, I highly encourage it. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys for today. I wanted to get this video out because it's a fairly straightforward concept with the whammy pedal. It didn't need to be like a super elaborate video, although there's some stuff that I'm working on that's a bit more involved. So hopefully you'll stick around for that. Lots of interesting stuff, lots of cool stuff. I think it's interesting and cool. I hope you do too, but you gotta stick around to find out. But with all that said, take care, stay safe, keep playing. Peace.